Okay. Let me put here.
Just make sure that I actually hit the right button. Paranoia always will strike before I do anything. Yep, I hit that. We're good. All right, I'm good. Whenever you are, just let me know.
Okay. Yep. So hey guys, here again with Paolo from P13 channel, the Italian/Canadian YouTube streamer, content creator, sex symbol in Italy, and everything else that you could think of. So Paolo, first of all, how crazy are you right now because of PvP battles and blitzes to do the event that's currently going on?
Honestly, not as bad as most people are.
Honestly,
Not as bad as most people are. Um,
you man are a rock then, because oh my
I've
god.
been hearing a whole lot of complaints, but again, like this is I don't even know which PvP milestone I'm on because I've done quite a few, but I've finished all the milestones every single time before getting a single loss, so it's going by really quickly for me. Um, it seems like a lot of people don't really understand how to do PvP. Like some people seem to be picking pretty good characters, but they're just not working well together. And then of course you always come across a couple people who are just like, "Let me get me out of here really soon." But I'm finding that I have a few people in my alliance that are actually going and just picking the worst, like the first characters on the list, and then quitting as soon as they can. And I'm finishing the milestones faster than them by actually just having a general idea of which characters I want to use and just picking my characters quickly and then going for the win. Um, so I'm not going too bad personally, but I understand that this is a lot of um, added strain to people's daily routine, which is a bit of an issue. But again, I've said this in my Blitz Fix talks. This wouldn't be an issue
Mm.
doing, what is it? I don't even know. How much is it? Do you even need milestone points? Is it 1,800 or something to finish?
To finish all the
For the
milestones,
PvP ones.
for the PvP is
Okay.
1,700.
Uh, yeah, that number. So that's what, 9 PvP wins a day? That's
7 win or 19
right.
losses.
Something like that. It's not. It's a lot when you have to spend so much time on Blitz. But if our Blitz time was cut down by 50%, this wouldn't feel like anything.
Yeah.
I think that's the. This isn't asking a lot on its own. It's just because people are spending so much time in everything else that it's just like, oh, and now you want us to do this too? If you gave me the option between doing 10 PvP matches a day to cut out 20 Blitz matches, I would do it any and every day. But they're not giving us that option, so it's the adding on that I feel like is really making this so problematic.
Did you do the math on how many blitzes you have to do to finish into the end of the Sinister Reunion
Absolutely
campaign?
not. Did not want to do that.
Okay. Okay. So you want to know the numbers or
All right,
no?
you can tell me.
Okay. So if just to you to finish on the last day, uh, all the milestones, you have to do per day 68 wins on
Plus all the
blitzes,
like the PvP milestones.
plus the PvP, plus everything
Oh, that
else.
seems fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we are not counting the credits that's gonna be tomorrow and Wednesday, the 1,500 credits. So just thinking about PvPs, arenas, and all the credits from the milestones, you have to do daily 68 blitzes win. So
Honestly, right now I'm probably on pace with this blitz. Whatever next blitz is, probably not so much. I don't remember who was it.
yeah,
Well, we should. It's here, I think. But
we're
yeah,
gonna talk about this in a while. But why am I talking this? Because one of the things that is happening is the energy overload. That's going to be happening next
right.
week. I think it is tomorrow, actually. Yeah, it starts tomorrow. It's a 24 hours event, and you get double the
Yep.
energy for that period. It's a good thing because energy is one by one, is one to one.
Yep.
So it's gonna save you some blitzes
Yep.
time,
That's true.
but
That
that's
was
it.
the part of the
It's
calculation I kind of forgot was there entirely too. So um, yeah, that'll actually really help you because for that day you're getting every refresh is what 240 instead of 120, which is double.
exactly.
Well, 240 is like 30, 60, 90, 120. That's 8 blitz matches for the 200. Every
So
240 energy is 8 blitz wins. So if
yeah,
you spend your 50 power
so
cores, that's pretty good for that day at least.
yeah, it's a way to save. It's a way to save, but I f- I think they are trying to minimize the damage because they saw the huge amount of complaints that went about Dr.
Yep.
Octopus. Dr. Octopus is also starting tomorrow, and not everybody will get it on time. I don't know how you are doing. I'm I'm so close to get everyone. The main issue is still X-23, but then I'm fine with that. But they are doing the full force
Right.
event again. So for those who didn't get cable or those who are farming
Yep.
Negasonic, you get double
Yes,
drop.
which is good.
But then, yeah, it is good if you are lucky.
It's good if you're not lucky
If
too.
you're
It's a good
lucky.
event to be fair.
No, but if you say to me, okay, you got double the prices, but if you don't have any prices, you don't get nothing.
I don't know. The percentages don't change. I do know this for a fact. If you're getting on average 2 shards, you're not going to magically get lower drop rates. You're still getting the same drop rates. It's just the reward has doubled. They don't they're not going to spend the effort to code in like, oh, right now it's 1 out of
Mm,
3 times you get a drop for a character shard. Now for this double drop it's 1 out of 6. No, no, no. That's way too much coding for them to do. And we already know that they take
yeah,
the lazy route out. If you get really screwed over on that RNG, you would have been getting 0 shards anyways if you're getting 0 shards now. It's just it feels worse because you could have potentially got more. But if you were gonna get 2, you're gonna get 4. So at the end of the day, the event is a good event. It may make some people feel really cruddy, but it doesn't mean that the event isn't good. It just means, unfortunately, you got my version of RNG for that day. Um,
yeah, no, and there's some guys complaining. Like I have a guy on the Brazilian lines that he's saying, okay, I refreshed the the war store 8 times, and I didn't get one single X-23 shard.
right.
But at the same time, I did like 2 refreshes, and both of them I get
Yep.
X-23, and it's okay. I don't know, man. I get where you're angry, but
It's going to
uh,
happen sometimes, but sometimes you'll be on the good end of that spectrum.
yeah,
Like, for
yeah,
me, normally I'm known for having bad RNG. I have horrible RNG. It's why when I can, I have other people open my orbs for me, so then there's better chances of me getting something good. Like, I got excited because I beat a annoying node in my Dark Dimension 3 timed run, and I'm like, I'm going to open this Elite 5 orb. I get Bullseye. Like, I get that's just what it is with
mm,
me. But for the X23, the first out of the first like 8 stored, like either it coming out naturally or me refreshing it, I had 7 purchases of X23. She was just showing up all the time. And then I got a premium orb drop, 25 X23 shards. I'm ready for Doc Ock now.
oh,
Like, I
oh,
got the
come
lucky end of
on,
the
that's
spectrum.
really
Oh,
lucky.
absolutely. But
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get just a little bit of that luck on my
yeah.
premium shorts. Just I'm really hoping. Otherwise, yeah, maybe I will buy the promotion when
But
I
you see,
get
I
it.
got
But
this RNG this
I
time.
won't.
Last time for Ebony Maw,
I will not.
I had to spend like
Mm,
800 power cores that last day because I spent a week at 299 out of 300 for Karnak. And that took me, I'm just like,
Ooh.
I'm refreshing this until I get this stupid shard. And then I got 4 shards in that last drop. I'm like, finally, now I have 1 hour to get the 7-star, and I did it, but
Yeah, I will be on that spectrum, like waiting for the last day. I think I'll get X-23 Friday, 7 p.m. Like on the last minute, I'll have to rush it to get at him. Ugh, him is
right.
Doctor Octopus. No, because my wife was saying
Well,
her.
X-23, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. You're both right. You're both right. Yeah, I was talking about X-23, but in my head, I was thinking I will get X-23 and I'll have 1 hour to get him, Dr.
Right.
Octavius. So,
Yeah.
ah, speaking also about these double drops, the next event that we're gonna have is again the City Heroes.
Yeah.
And in this list, I think there is only one character that is not worthy of your time to try to pick it up. If you are a new player, you obviously you want Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica, and Iron Fist. That's a no-brainer. Oh, but defenders are trash today. Yes, they are trash, but if you're a new player, it's better to have them than to not have them.
I mean, I think you can say that for any
So,
character. It's better to at least have the characters than not. Ravager Bruiser's my only exception.
no. Night Nurse also, Nebula also. Like,
I
oh, I'm gonna
don't
invest. No,
invest, but unlock
don't
the
waste.
character,
What's
sure.
no, don't even go there. Like, you're wasting energy in something that you could invest your the same effort and get a better
That's fair.
result.
That's fair.
Um, but then you got Ghost Rider and Miss
Yeah.
Marvel. Ghost Rider, for those who are not doing the PvP,
He's good.
he is one he is one of the top picks every time.
Yep. He's depending on who's banned and rejected. Weirdly enough, he's often after I get a character banned that I had already picked. So like the last pick of it, usually mine is Ghost Rider because he gets left out a lot. So I don't feel the urgency to pick him right away like I would for the Taskmasters, the Zemos, the Ebony Maws, Emma Frost.
Hmm.
There's characters
Yeah,
that get picked before him. But if you need someone to fill out that roster after those top characters and the other ones I didn't mention, he's quite
Ghost
good.
Rider.
Yep.
Yeah. No, because he can do
Yes.
a lot. He can drain. He can every time someone die, he goes there and attack for
Yep.
free. He is a really good
Yep.
character, and his bleed is on basic and on special and on ultimate, so it's a win.
Yep.
And Miss Marvel, she's a really good character, not for PvP, but if you're building your young
Mm-hmm.
Avengers, she's a key figure. If you're building the Defenders itself and you don't want to use Punisher or you don't want to unlock or use Daredevil, go with Miss
Yes.
Marvel. She's
Very
incredible.
versatile character, good character. When looking at this list, I would say that there are clear tiers to it. The worst character by far is Night Nurse. Then a tier above that are any of the defenders. They're not really great,
Hmm.
but they're better than not having them. That is a true statement. So yeah, and then above that you got Miss Marvel, and then above that you have Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Ghost Rider and Miss Marvel's.
Hmm.
I have my Miss Marvel at 7 stars. I have Ghost Rider at like 6. I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of the Ghost Rider. But if I didn't have Miss Marvel, I would definitely be taking advantage of that. The defenders, I think I have them all at 7 stars, but at my point in the game, there's no reason for me to spend my energy there because there's other things that are just more
Yeah.
important. But if you are newer on, this is a good time to get these shards because they will help you for something.
Okay, a controversial
Yeah.
question. From those four defenders, there are here. Let's rank them. let's put Daredevil
Okay.
also, just for fun. In your list, which one is the best defender and the worst one?
See, are you meaning the one that you're going to get the most value out of, or the best and worst on the team?
The best that you could use anyone else, every in other in other places, or you can build other teams around it. You can use in other modes,
Okay.
whatever.
Mine is probably going to be very controversial, given it in that perspective. The one I'm going to say at the top is Punisher.
Yeah,
That's just because of his
I agree with
passive
you.
working with City Heroes. He
Hmm.
gives you. There's some challenges that are good with that, but he will help you a lot on Heroes 7-1 through 7-3 if you're struggling with that and you don't have a lot of options. Those other defenders you probably shouldn't be using anywhere on in that Hero 7-1 through 7-3, even if you're going with the Miss Marvel route and the Ghost Rider route, two characters that are really good for it. But Punisher, you can definitely use as like a fifth option on that team. The defenders, the other ones, not so much. You're gonna have to build them up a lot more to get that value. I guess second, I'd go Jessica Jones. And that's just because energy and the dispel. And then after that, I guess
Yep.
Daredevil because he's a hero brawler. After that, I'm gonna say Luke Cage. I don't have a good reason for that, but yeah. The one I'm going last is Iron Fist. Outside of the defenders,
Yep.
Iron
Same thing.
Fist is garbage.
Exactly. So Punisher, he works pretty much with any hero, city
Right.
hero. And as we're gonna see it, we're gonna get another one. And he's passive. When you use it, a no offensive ability, he auto attack.
Right.
That's amazing. That's pretty amazing. I'm building teams around it. So in PvP, I'm using him with Luke Cage, Killmonger, uh, Saint Supreme, and the last one is always or Graviton or Taskmaster or Captain Marvel, whatever. But Luke Cage gives offense up. So when he gives offense up, Killmonger goes and attack the most damaged
Right.
player of enemy. And at the same time, Punisher goes and attacks someone.
Yeah. It's nice.
When you use Saint Supreme, he's gonna put all the debuffs, yes, but when she turn over, guess what? Killmonger is gonna strike
Yeah.
again because one's gonna be a defense up. So in this way, Punisher, at least for me, he is the character that you can use more often. You can use him with Miss Marvel. You can use him with Squirgor. You can go and because every ability that is not offensive, he's gonna give you a free attack, and
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I completely agree. He's the best
Uh,
of them for versatility, at least.
yeah, Jessica Jones. If you're doing Dark Dimension 2 and you don't have like Magneto, you don't have a battery, you don't have Star-Lord. She was the original member of the main team to beat Dark Dimension 2 because of the free energy and because of the
Right.
debuff clearing.
Um, she was one that a lot of people did recommend. I generally would have recommended, well, obviously Star Lord over her, and then Groot over her. I think both of those provided a little more value, and she's, especially today, she's not the best option for the Dark Dimension 2, but she is something that you can actually use. Like, she is usable in some other things just because of the cleanse, the dispel, and the
Yeah,
energy. I mean, she's not great, but
the
it's
cleanse and
something.
plus energy. Yeah. Luke is the tanker, and he probably right now he's one of the worst tankers because he's just soaking damage and that's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have counter attack. He got 2 regeneration, but that's
Yep.
it. But he give himself energy also, so at least he can cleanse
Yes.
himself. But Iron Fist is the worst. His heal only applies to defenders, and if you build a team of city heroes and he's the only defender that he's only go for the damage, and his damage is not that high,
Yeah.
so
He's doing nothing at that point. He's just standing there, and at the bare minimum, he'll take a time. He'll be there for a while, but it's not great. He's not a great choice.
no.
This is a little off topic, but not entirely. We're talking about these city heroes here. There's an important city hero, especially
Okay.
for Hero 7-1, talking about making it easier, that I've been hearing this one thing over and over and over again. And I've been stating the same response to it, but I want to know if I'm accurate in this. Do we have any reason to expect that Symbiote Spider-Man is definitely a Milestone Orb character?
Uh, I don't think
Because
so.
I will say this, I went through all the data mines, all that I could find. I went through probably 75, 85 data mines worth of information. I went through everything Foxnext has said on the matter. There is nothing anywhere that says that Symbiote Spider-Man is going to be a Milestone Orb character. I've heard some content creators just say it, but there's no reports of anyone confirming it or leaking it. It's just like everyone just decided one day, they woke up and it's like, oh yeah, when's he coming to the Milestone Orbs? I don't know if he is. He's coming to something eventually, but
Yeah, He's not coming back
he's
from
not
the
going to be a
milestones.
Milestone again. That's Emma Frost right now. She's the Milestone
Yeah,
character. But
exactly. Yeah, but we're gonna be changing because it's gonna be him and Cyclop. Uh, it was him and Cyclop. Now it's gonna be Emma and Cyclop. Until the time that Cyclop is getting out, and we're gonna put another
but
one, and it's gonna be Emma and the
but
next guy
but
or
why do we
girl. Don't know.
assume that he's going to the Milestone Orbs? They could easily make him a node. They have no reason. There's no reason to assume that he's going to be in the Milestone Orbs. Only reason we're saying that is the other characters that had some of the other characters that had milestone events attached to them were put in the Milestone Orbs. Not all of them. Some of them. So
Yeah, but I think that they are saying that this not because of some rumor or some information. I can tell you that there is no information about that. At least none that is come to my ears about that. But that will be the safe bet of everything that is coming
right.
on Doom Chapter 2, Chapter 3. There are some characters that are not yet
Yeah.
farmable. They are really used for the meta team, and they are going to be on, in my opinion at least, they are going to be farmable on the next Doom
I don't know.
campaign,
I mean, I
Chapter
agree
2.
that there's going to be a lot of the other characters that are made farmable too. But I can easily see them saying, hey, look, we just gave you the rest of these symbiotes. This symbiote team is very powerful. They're the best Ultimate 7 team. They're the best Dark Dimension team. You want this? You're going to have to beat all of the campaigns, and he's going to be Doom War 3-9 for all we know. Like, I could see them doing that just because how essential he really is. That Milestone Orb gives them no incentive for, like, no incentive for people to do
People
anything in
buying.
particular. But if he's
Yeah,
at the end of like the hardest campaign, they could be absolute jerks and say that you need your Ravagers to finish off Doom War 3, and that's what you're going to need. Well, you're going to have to deal with that because if you want your Symbiote Spider-Man to be ready for Dark Dimension 4, because he's probably going to be needed for that, or Dark Dimension 3, because he was needed for that, the way you get him, get those Ravagers built up. They can tell you to build anything they want. If they put Symbiote Spider-Man there, people are going to have to do it.
I can see them taking out Coulson on the
Yep.
Milestone Orb to put
But
symbionts
why
by
would
there.
they? But
Yeah.
why would they want to do that? People, you don't buy Milestone Orbs. they're just free from doing stuff. You're
Yeah.
not going to spend money on energy thinking, well, I spend more energy, I'm going to get more milestone orbs. It's not really profitable for them to do that. And as a player, you don't really want it because it's a low drop rate, and that's the 5 shards. Maybe you get really lucky, you get a 10
Hmm.
shard slowly and surely. There's no control on that. As Foxnex, you don't really want that because where are you getting your money from? I don't know. I don't see it.
From last minute buyouts of X23 shard. They have my credit card number already. They're just waiting for the promotion. It's like
Yeah.
I can see
But
them
I
with the token machine already. Say, hey, Thiago, here's X23. By the way, um, by the way, speaking about blitz and charts and blah 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 blah, we talk about it, but X23, it's one of the modes that you get her is
yeah.
through blitz, and this week's blitz is 2 characters that are easily to farm, and
Well,
that I think was really because there are 44, 45
you'll
shards
get it.
only.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a safe bet for them because all the other ones that we got on Thursday was
Yes.
100 shards. Now it's Fimectro, the
Right.
female Electro, Fimectro for 45, Elsa for 45, and then
Right.
Fimectro again for
But Electro
45.
is the new character. Elsa's a very good character too, so I'm happy with the blitzes.
I'm not unhappy because Elsa is one of those characters, at least on my beginner account, those who are using her
Yeah.
are winning because is a character that no one counts. Oh,
Yep.
what this character can do, and boom, and when you saw it, you're dead already.
Yep.
She's kind of a better version of Punisher
Weird but true.
because if someone goes and blind, well, she's not affected by blindness because she got like a billion gazillion percent of chance to hit
Right.
someone. Uh, her ultimate is okay. His special is when you get it the full
I don't know. I think that
benefit.
ultimate's a little better than okay, but I'll go with you on that.
But I think that Elsa is a player that everybody
Yes.
will want to. But the best part of Elsa and Fimectro is this 45. I was seeing the Blitz prediction, and for me they're completely wrong for this time. Everybody's putting like, oh, Fimectro is gonna be 28 million.
Just taking a look on my phone here,
So,
what their blitz predictions are at. 28 million for top score. You don't think
yeah,
so?
I think that I don't think so. I honestly don't
Why
think
is
so.
that?
She's a really good character. Her damage is great, but since everybody is doing blitz rotations and they have to do the winning strike to get the full benefit, and when you measure the benefit, is really better to end all the
Right.
milestones than to unlock uh, to do a win ratio of 75%. And then you are, oh no, I missed the last 3 nodes of the milestone event. What else? I think that people are this for this blitz. I'm predicting something no more than
Interesting.
25. 25 is like a really really hard push on.
Interesting.
I think the main guys will be around 22. That's it.
See, I'm gonna have to disagree on this one. I think personally, I'm someone that can get 25 million in blitz. I'm not this time, but I
Hmm.
think everything that you're saying makes it more likely that the score is going to be higher than these predictions. She is a good character, but she's a good character that's meant for a team that has a legendary coming out literally right after this blitz, and people are already having to blitz already, and a lot of the top blitzers, I don't consider myself a top blitzer, but I am a good blitzer. I win 95% of my fights with my top teams anyways, as long as I'm not on stream. So I'm going to push for a character. I'm going to be winning most of my fights anyways. So it's easier for me to stack up a lot of blitz points if I'm winning. It's easier for me to get more wins if I'm actually pushing in blitz. So for a character like this, I'm not going for 40 million, but I've been kind of cruising because I've been really busy, but I'm over 10 million already. And I'm not usually someone that easily just kind of cruises into top 2%, top 1%. I can, but in this one, I could literally get, if I was putting any effort on these predictions, I would have easily just kind of stumbled into top 1%. You can't tell me that someone that's going really big in this isn't willing to be, just to make sure to get those, that someone's going to not get 34, 35 million. Like, they're already blitzing for this. They have to blitz for those events. They're probably blitzing extra. They have
Yeah,
big
but they are
characters.
blitzing.
Why not?
They're blitzing on what tier? That's the problem.
I get my wins on tier 8, 8-3. My teams win on 8-3.
You're doing A3. You're doing A3 yet? Okay. My blitz on my main account. Normally, I get around 10 to 20 to 12. That's it. I don't like do crazy blitz. I just go and I stick on the 8 to A3, lose and go back rotation. Right. That's it. Right now, I'm doing the same thing, but between 5 and 7.
See.
But I'm doing almost twice the amount of blitzes that I was doing.
See, the thing is,
normally,
for me,
and I'm 8 million already.
For me,
yeah,
for
8.
A lot of the people that are really up there, we don't have the time to intentionally lose. It's not worth it for us. It's much better for us to just get our best teams that we believe will win 90-95% of the time on the highest tier of blitz, put them out there, put them in a good position to win, and just let them auto it. Like, if you have to press 1 or 2 abilities and then auto, perfect. And you're going to win most of the time. But then, if you get the chance of those points, worst case scenario, you do lose, you fall to 8-1, but you're still getting more points like that. Mm-hmm. So I remember they did an interview with the person that got, 100 million blitz points that one time? And he talked about it. He doesn't intentionally lose. A lot of the top people do not ever intentionally lose. They're okay if it happens. They're not going to back out and put a lot of thought into it. But they're not going to put out a bunch of teams, because why would we want to spend 5-10 extra minutes to run some garbage teams out there just to lose, when we can win by chance, or we could lose? It doesn't really matter. The point is to get as many teams that have a chance of getting you points out in the shortest amount of time. Because I run 26 teams that can win 90 to 95 to my brotherhood at 100% on 8.3. So I'm not going to feel like running an extra 4 or 5 teams to lower my tier down to get back up. So I think someone like that was able to get 100 million before, there's no reason they couldn't get hired just because of this event. If not, I think there's going to be people that this event is going to spur them on to higher scores than they've ever gotten before.
Let's see the first round. It's gonna end in 8 hours, so we can see. Maybe you're right, and maybe I'm doing blitz completely wrong. I'm doing like just to get the points, and if I push it, maybe I could get double the points if I was smart playing it.
I guess we'll see.
And I'm just auto playing.
I mean, I auto my blitz anyways. Like, honestly, while recording this video, I could have legitimately done a blitz rotation and you wouldn't have even noticed that I looked away. I look away more to see what random noises are than I actually do look at my blitz. So I just, next team go, next team go, next team go. I'm not paying attention, but I'm also not going to put the effort to lose. It's too much effort.
About too much effort to lose. Then we go to the main topic. Because they're putting too much effort to us to kick out Namor. They're saying, okay, this guy is out. He's completely out of it. I, when I saw her kit, I say, why would anyone else now use Namor? Of course, yeah. You can use Namor in offense, sure, but I don't know about you. But my wars right now, I'm always thinking how to make the most difficult for my
Okay.
adversaries. Like we have already the 8 teams that everybody is using on
Yep.
Arena: Black Order,
Yep.
Asgardians, then Mercenaries, Hydra. I'm seeing some Hand right now, but Hand is so shitty to win that.
That's just the
Uh,
memes, man. It's just the
and
memes.
then, uh, and then that's 4. We got, well, Kree.
I haven't seen Kree in a long time. We got Fury Coulson. You got Asgardians.
Oh
You
yeah,
got Black
Coulson
Order.
6.
You've got Hydra. You've got Mercenaries. You've got
Dun, dun, dun,
Marauders.
dun.
Oh, definitely Emma, especially with
Marauder
Emma.
7.
And
Marauder
then
7.
usually
Yeah.
there's probably at one team that has Captain Marvel somewhere chilling out, which possibly could be Young Avengers. It could be a Kree type team. Could be just like a military type team. People love having their Captain Marvel somewhere on defense. You might see an Ultron team. There's a few options for the last spot. You might come across some Wakandans. Like,
Yeah, no, but the main A
yeah,
teams is Blackwater, Asgardian, Hydra, Coulson,
yep,
Mercenaries,
yep,
Emma, and something with Captain Marvel. That's it. That's the A teams that everybody's
yeah.
facing right now. Every room is the same thing. In my bridge, on the last war, we lose it. We lose like it was a woo pass. It was guys in the middle of the fight say, "Oh my God, we're gonna lose this so bad. let's let's not even
Right.
think about it." Uh, but the bridge, the guys were legitimately afraid of going there because I took 4 of those teams. I maintained Hydra, of course, Hydra, uh, Black Order, Asgardian, and Mercenaries. But the other 4, I picked teams that I was not using on my 10 attacks.
Yep.
It's okay. Let's put half of them on the defense just to see. And they're going to be the first 4 rooms. The guys attacked my first room only, and I win 3 times already. It was symbionts teams. It's okay. Go ahead, knock my symbionts out. They didn't. I got like 3 ones. I was like, okay, that's it. So I'm pretty sure that when She-Hulk comes out, most of the players, I'm gonna change some team just to put She-Hulk, just to make Fantastic Four a defensive one, so they can help uh, their defense instead of thinking of them on the offense.
Here's the thing. Here's what I got. First off, um, I have like 10 teams, like 10 plus teams that I can put on defense and be really solid with already. I also have like 13, 14 war attack teams I could be good with. Like, I have more teams than I need
Mhm.
at this point. Fantastic Four is one of the teams, I think I consider it my 10th best war attack team at this point, or something along the lines of that, based on their power and their overall skill and capability. There are other teams that are more important for me to use than Fantastic Four. So I suppose in that way they are expendable. But going over this kit, going over everything, they don't sound like a war defense team that would crack my top 8 with She Hulk. Unless her damage is so high that the enemies are just going to die, there's no. Your Human Torch is going to die that first time no matter what. Like, there's so many war offense teams that will easily kill your Human Torch. Your Mr. Fantastic is probably going to go down. The only survivability that I can even see is She-Hulk, the Thing, and Invisible Woman. There's two really squishy
Mm-hmm.
characters, but they also don't have any healing. Like Invisible Woman, like a little maybe. She-Hulk is what? Does she heals herself a bit? I think.
Yeah, but you're thinking only about this kit. Let's go back 2 kits ago, 2 patches ago. They released
Right.
Emma. What was the first thing that they did?
They gave her a ridiculous kit that makes her overpowered and everything.
Yeah, that was way before it. But the first thing that they did is, okay, let's improve every Marauder by at least 5%.
I mean, they literally only did anything for like Strife getting a little extra barrier, and the Marauders were already a good team. This what
Oh no,
the thing that I noticed
but also
was
Mr. Sinister now is healing
no,
more.
he has the same healing. He has the same
Oh,
healing, right?
no, they changed a little
He
bit
had the
his healing
already
kit.
he had the highest statistical healing of any character in the game at the by before anything happened.
Yeah.
So if they did, I was already getting crazy defensive victories with my Marauders team because I understood how the team worked. All they needed was another character that provided a little survivability because Strife functioned as a bit of an off tank before. Now he can be a heavier tank with
Hmm.
they kind of changed it so he can be that primary tank, but I had Strife and Captain America as my like fifth member of that, and I was pulling off like 3-4 victories a war with them anyways. Then Emma comes along, she makes them significantly better. I think I actually get less victories now
Yep.
because people like pay more attention to it, but she is joining a team that was already built for war defense. The Fantastic Four, right now, you put Fantastic Four and any character in the game out there on your war defense, you're probably not going to get a single victory.
Yeah, that's true. Right now it is, but I can bet on it with you. They're gonna do some rework, not a crazy rework, but they are gonna do some rework on Human Torch and the Thing.
They'd have to. They'd have to do. Honestly, they'd have to significantly
Yeah.
rework it, is what I'm seeing, because they don't have any survivability, and um, She-Hulk. Honestly, forgot the character for a second. That's how forgettable this kit has actually been for me. She-Hulk does nothing to help them survive. All she does is adds
Oh,
damage so that they kill the enemies quicker.
yeah, but she
She,
heals
yeah,
herself. That's a huge point for her. She's a better version of the Thor
is
passive
it a better
ability.
version?
Yeah, it is. Because Thor, every time that she Thor is hit it, he doesn't get a counter. But when she's hit it, she got a counter
When
as
an enemy,
well. So she's gonna strike more times than Thor does. When she hits, she gets the what is it? Is gonna apply a defense down. So that's a thing that will cost the guys when they are attacking you. Because imagine that Sue got the huge defense,
wait,
and then she's there mitigating the damage between her and the Thing, because these two are gonna be the tankers. You put both of them, one in each corner, and they are gonna get, or maybe one next to another, because when you hit one, you hit
right. But
both, and what else?
what I'm
Doesn't
seeing
matter.
here, there's parts of yeah, to a degree, this is in parts better than the Thor passive, but in parts it's worse because it's not giving defense down. It's taking whatever negative effects are on your whole team and giving it to one character, their character that has the most damage, and then she attacks that character and its adjacent characters. If you put your highest damage character on the edge and you put a tank next to it, you're only really doing damage to that one character. Like and you're the tank, then you lose all charges. She's not getting extra turn meter after this. She's not getting ability energy like Thor does. Thor hits everyone. She can have situations where she's hitting 2 people. At most, she's hitting 3 people on a normal team. And another thing with Thor is the other characters, when they're being attacked, because of Loki, they're probably going to be in stealth, and they're probably not dead. You can kill, at this point in time, you can kill Human Torch. Yeah, she might hit you because you killed Human Torch, but Human Torch is dead all the same. It doesn't matter. Like, she's going to do this too late, and she's not hitting everyone. They're not getting defense down to the whole team, and then she's smashing the whole team. If you don't have defense down on you, they're not going to get defense down at all. And she could literally just hit 1-2 characters. Like, it may not do much.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that they're gonna do a rework for sure. They're gonna make they're not gonna make a full defense team mainly on She-Hulk.
Because
they are gonna get something like on the start of the game. Thing is taunting already from the get-go, or Johnny gets offense up, or on the start of the game, Sue gives invisibility to the guy with the lowest health. Something will happen that will make them a better team to use. They're only showing She-Hulk, and I like it. From what I see it, man, I like everything here.
Honestly,
everything. Her basic, really good. For me, really good. The special, reduce speed bar is always good. Get taunt, heal herself, perfect. The ultimate, apply stun, and it's the first stun thing, ability. So, yeah, it's shitty because you cannot see this happen. But if I'm using her in another team, this will be the turn 1 to go. Apply taunt to the most injured enemy. Perfect. It's a good way to kill someone. And then more defense, attack the target with the most damage, ignore taunt, and apply stun. Okay? And then apply taunt to the most injured enemy. Sure. That's her ability, or. If you are in more defense, this is going to happen like this. If not, it's going to happen like that.
Honestly.
And her passive.
No, carry on with the passive, and then I'll break this down.
Oh, and for on the passive for me, and that's the thing that is going to make her more useful in other teams as well. On stealth, she's going to gain taunt. And the first thing that everybody comes in mind is Sue ability, because they're saying, oh, Fantastic Four. But we got more enemies, more players that also get stealth that you can use her with.
But she has to get that stealth. So how many are giving her stealth?
Yeah.
I can think of 3? I don't even know if I can think of 3. In all likelihood, yes.
Loki is 1.
Loki is 1.
And then Shield Operative is another.
Okay,
Shield Operative.
Shield Operative. Okay, so there's 4 that I can think of now. We got Hand Sentry and we got Invisible Woman. Who else is giving her stealth?
Right now, only her. But
so it's not, and all those characters have better places to use them at this point.
Shield Operative for me is kind of
That's
a loose player. We are not using her, and now imagine she's soaking damage. Shield Operative goes when she's low, she's stealther, boom, she's back in the game, fully healed, because she's gonna have the taunt plus the heal ability from herself. So she can go going on in circles, getting back and fighting every 2 rounds.
But again, Shield Operative, you can kill Shield Operative very quickly if you're not on that full shield team.
Yeah.
Shield Operative's dead. you're not getting any benefit out of that. So I don't really think it's a good enough part of the passive to build a team around. That's my thing. I don't think this kit is horrible. I think the purpose of this kit is the issue. Honestly, easy. If they just made her a brawler instead of a protector, this kit would be 30 times better. But they chose to make her a protector, and honestly, unless she is really fast and hits really, really hard, she's not protecting people. And she's not really doing enough other stuff to make up for it. Strife had more to his kit than this does. Strife's like AoE, well, I guess adjacent attack, splash damage, ability block. At least there was control to it. You say you like the basic. This basic is a really cruddy version of Symbiote Spider-Man's basic. Imagine he only hit one target. Symbiote, like, it's not that great. That's special. Okay, it does attack a target and then taunt and reduces speed bar for 3 characters. So it's like a blend of Cable's special without the the cleansing, and then Hulk's taunt.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even have the same buffs that Hulk's taunt does. Like, it's not. There's better taunting abilities. There's much better basics. This ultimate, okay, attack primary target for damage and apply stun. That is nice. And
depends on her
applies
speed.
taunt to the most injured enemy. That's nice. But again, for on that, which is just regular, so in Blitz, Arena, whatever other mode you're using her for, sure, you pick a target and then you stun that target and you do damage. Depending on the speed, it's pretty good. Then you apply taunt to the most injured enemy, which is after the fact. So that can be good. But depending on her speed, what usually happens with these apply taunt, unless it says apply taunt for 2 turns, the person ends up taking a turn pretty soon after, so the taunt's kind of useless. Yeah, now the ward defense, the big change is it just attacks the one that has the most damage, but and ignoring taunt, it doesn't necessarily ignore stealth. There's the chance that character is in stealth. There's chance it's not unavoidable if this person has an evade. Like, there's a lot of variables to this, and war defense. The other team, they're going to come in with deflect, so the character with the most damage getting hit once, it's probably not going to do a whole ton of damage. The stun is nice though, but most heavy damage characters either that are slow have high resistance, or they're fast, so they're probably going to go beforehand. Like, for instance, just bringing the offense Fantastic Four against this defense version, Human Torch has probably already taken his turn, in all likelihood, before this goes off. So, and then he's probably taking a turn not that long afterwards, to the point where that taunt's not gonna get him killed. But you could have lost your Human Torch because she's not doing anything turn 1 to protect it, because you're going to use this ultimate, and there's no reason that there's going to be any taunts given until the second turn of She-Hulk. That's when she taunts. Then you might have lost your characters already. Like, she's not really protecting them. She's not doing a whole lot. Like, unless, again, those stats, if she has a really high speed and a really high damage, or they really, really rework the team, personally, I don't see why I would drop my offensive Fantastic Four for this team. The offense team sounds better. Like, again, I don't really always use my Fantastic Four on offense, but I don't think this team is good enough to crack my defenses. And I think the Fantastic Four offense team, currently as it stands, is a better offense team than this Fantastic Four defense team would be as a defense team.
Yeah, that will depend on 2 things. One, what will be the final kit, because I can see that this is like 90 to 95% of the final release is not exactly what we're gonna have. Like, I'm pretty sure that they release this kind of things and then they go and see all the content creators, what they're saying, go to the Reddit and say, okay, let's see if we strike or if we miss. And then you're gonna say, okay, guys, We're gonna change her speed a little, and we're gonna have to figure out something to do with Human Torch. Go, go, go! We have less than 1 week. Go! Let's go! Let's run! But the other thing is, depends on what we are not seeing. So the stats are one thing, but also the things that we are not seeing yet for the release of the patch. And there are some things here that also strike me that I thought, okay, that this is not the final version. Go up a little. Yeah, that's the traits. Hero, City, Bio, Protector. For a long, long time, we are hearing the rumors that she was going to be uh, also uh, the last member of the Young Avengers. Why? We don't know. It didn't make any sense, but we heard that. I think that there is things that they are not telling us yet of other characters that will go out. You can use with her, maybe not now, but eventually, because of teams that she participates. And that leads us to the final version, the final topic.
Right. Just
Possible rumors, possible teams that she can
right. Quickly
fit in.
before we get on to that though, you did
Sure.
mention like we heard this thing, and I think I said right from the beginning, I'm like, this makes no sense. I think they heard wrong. um, is it they could have heard wrong. It could have just been an inaccurate rumor and leak that came out because we've had those before, or perhaps people complained enough that they said, "Oh right, this is pretty bad," and they last minute decided to
Yeah,
change the whole She-Hulk plan because they had it mostly finished, and when they changed it, this was what they came up with. And if this was like them throwing together something to save the character, they did this. It kind of reeks of like last minute they came up with this in one night and they didn't really think it through because it's that bad. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did have something really dumb planned for the character before, or something that was pretty interesting, and then we just kind of trashed it without knowing the whole story to the point where they're like, okay, this is a bad idea. We have to change something. People are asking for more comic book synergies. She had some relationship with Fantastic Four. People will love seeing that, and
yeah,
yeah, and
a lot
people
of
would be love to
synergies.
see that. So let's just quickly let's change plans. And they did a redirect, but they didn't have the time to really plan it out properly. So this feels like a bunch of a plan that's not done, or not necessarily not done, but didn't have enough thought behind it. Almost like they had to change plans and kind of shoehorn in some things, like in movies where they had a movie series where they had a plan for a character and then the character didn't get a good review and
Yeah,
then that character kind of just disappears and it doesn't really make coherent sense
yep.
and everything just feels out of place. That's what this is. That's what this is, just screaming.
I don't know. I think there's more that they're than they are showing
I hope
us
so.
right now.
But that's a lot for them to assume if they did change plans to get a whole reworked Fantastic Four out by whenever this patch comes out, which I was hearing uh, roughly in 1 week from now is what I'm hearing is when the update's supposed to hit.
For me, is going to be not this one, the next
I
Wednesday.
think I heard literally not this Tuesday, with like I think I was given a 15% chance that it'll be this upcoming Tuesday, and a 75-85% chance that it'll be the Tuesday after. So it's whatever it is,
Yeah, for me,
it's
it's going to be
coming
the next.
soon.
Yeah, for me, it's the next week.
I don't
Next
know
week,
if they have
not
the
this
time
one.
to rework an entire Fantastic Four in a week. Not if
Hmm.
this is their starting point and the current kit's Fantastic Four, that's more than a week's worth of work to figure it out properly and get it coded and everything.
Because we know that the next patch is gonna bring also the two new
Yeah,
symbionts, right? And they didn't tell you us
yeah,
nothing yet on the blog post. And symbiotes are that good that they deserve a
yes.
post. So, and yes, we're gonna have that Dr. Octavius uh, this week. So I'm pretty sure they are not going to do this week the patch 4.4 because
Fair
of
enough.
these two reasons. Well, I have also a personal reason, but I'm pretty sure that one, because of Doctor, they're not going to release on this one, and two, because next week's patch is going to be all about symbionts, and then they're going to release the character. They're going to build the hype for the symbionts. Next patch is going to be Scream
Independent.
and Anti-Venom, all about them, and then Tuesday to Wednesday is going to be the next patch.
Okay. That's completely fine. The weird line I'm just reading here over and over again while you're talking is arriving after our upcoming 4.4 update. Is this one of those like Coulson situations where they announce the character and they're not going to bring it up in this next update? Because I know she was originally supposed to be this next update and she's the first one confirmed, but or are they just meaning it's a late part of this
Mm.
4.4 update? Or is this literally maybe we actually hit something right here where there was just enough back cry that they have actually just delayed this character and they're trying to rework Fantastic Four to make this fit. And she's not coming in this next patch. Could this have actually delayed She-Hulk till 4.5, for instance, and
Maybe.
given them now they're going to put another character as a third character, or maybe just go down to the two characters, change up the release schedule? I don't know, but there's a chance that they are actually I was right, and they're actually just going with it as they can come up with it, and are actually delaying She-Hulk to make her fit with Fantastic Four because people were so upset about the plan of her being a young Avenger if she was ever supposed to be that. Like,
Yeah, maybe. I didn't think of that. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's coming on the next patch or 1 week later
don't
after the
know.
patch that gave us saved them
Could
some
be.
time.
But I will say this last note before we move on to the stuff you mentioned there. Last two blog posts for me, F's. Too big. Oh for their last two. Bad. The blog posts before that, great. I don't know what happened these last 2 weeks, but man,
Oh, I know what happened.
what's
I know
that?
what happened. The fire in California, man. Like California, where
Okay,
Scopely is like
that's
completely on
fair.
fire for the last next. And I saw that one of the guys on the team says, "Oh, there's no one at the office right now, not because of COVID, but
That's fair.
be-
Fair point.
so
My, I guess what I would say,
maybe they are rushing.
yeah.
Maybe they're rushing to things like, okay,
But as a player, would you rather them, because of circumstances that are out of their control, give us half thought out, half put together, sloppily thought out, barely conceived, rushed ideas and stuff into this game and onto these blog posts? Or would you rather them just say, hey, stuff has come up. This is going to come out a couple weeks after we had planned and have things delayed, but come out in their true vision? Personally, I'd rather have some things delayed and they can come up with some other stopgap stuff and get their proper vision because yeah, that's fair. There's outside stuff coming on, but they still made the choice to release this. They made the choice like, okay, this is what we're going
yeah,
with. It's like Justice League. Justice League was a badly put together movie because of outside circumstances, but they made the choice to release it when they did and not wait 6 months to give a better result. They still made that choice, and we do have to judge the choices that they're making. Would it have been better if they just said, hey, no blog post this week, we need to take a week to figure things out due to outside circumstances?
I would prefer them to, yes, say the honest truth. Say, guys, we are facing through the pandemic. Doom is coming, and he's coming really hard. He's even screwing things off here in the office, like a silly joke, something, or maybe a strike time when they come clean, like Cerebros telling something. But I see where they are going for. They're okay. No, we are not gonna. And maybe I just bring that up because you ask, oh, I don't know what has happened. Well, this was
Fair
happened.
enough.
I don't know if that's affecting in some way, uh, but I guess it is.
I guess so.
But also, there's also things that are coming that they said that is coming, and that may also be on the next blog post. ISO 8, Doom, Cheat 15, level 80. So probably they are giving us a break. So when they come hard again,
Yep.
and we're gonna do a 3 hour
Perhaps.
talk again
But they're
about
running out
everything.
of blog posts.
Uh, yeah, just make one quick note because you brought it up this time, not me. Justice League, Justice League movie sucks. Should it should supposed to be like 3 different movies, 4 different movies, not one. That was if it was exactly like if we got the 8 years of Marvel, say, okay, let's do it. Yes, let's complete everything in 2 hours. Yes, that's a good idea. That's my 2 cents on
We're
Justice
gonna
League.
have to get a DC
Uh,
movie discussion, something figured out. But
oh
again,
yes, we got
not the time.
not the time. But one thing that I come when I was seeing this in the She-Hulk, I was okay. There are also characters that went from the Fantastic Four tag that maybe we can put them
Maybe
also on this rework.
this one.
Uh, that's the last one, but this will be good because there are this one character here,
Yep.
up here, that she is gonna appear more than
Okay.
once. So here we have She-Hulk, Ant-Man, Scott Langley, but also She-Hulk, the version that is Alicia with the Thing mechanical suit is awful, and Medusa. That was the last version. That's a strange team, but what I like here, Scott Lang and
Okay.
Medusa.
Not gonna
Next
lie
one.
there. I've never seen this picture or this combination in my life, and I did not even recognize that as Medusa. But I like
Yes,
Medusa.
Medusa.
Is this the next one? Because I'm just going with the order they came up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you see that one again. Medusa again. But this time we have Medusa, She-Hulk, She-Thing,
Okay.
that's the original She-Thing, and
Right. That is
Crystal.
Crystal. Okay.
So and Luke Cage on the bottom there, but
Who
forget
needs
about
him?
Luke
Right.
Cage. Uh, but that was also another version, and here again we are seeing
Okay.
Medusa plus Crystal. But okay, the next one,
Pretty cool.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Frankly Richard, Valeria Richard, and
Yep.
Wolverine.
Um, I know that when they posted the screenshot of everyone Fantastic Four screenshots only with them showing off their She-Hulk and with their big reveal, thinking it was going to get good responses, and everyone was just like, "What?" and then trolling. The one I kept seeing, everyone was posting their screenshots of Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and the Hulk. So I know
Yep.
everyone's wanting to see something like that. I would be happy with this type combination. That would be fun for me. I'd like it. But I
Yeah. The next one, I think I think it's the
yes, it
last one
is.
that I saw too. Yeah.
Okay, we got Ghost Rider there. We got. All right, this is interesting. Yep.
Spider-Man, Hulk, the Gray Hulk, and Wolverine.
Yep.
So if you saw it, we have in the 4 formations that I sent you, we have 2 with Medusa and 2 with Hulk and Spider-Man. Sorry, Wolverine and
Yep. Both
Spider-Man.
characters are kind of homeless.
And if you think Wolverine and Spider-Man, they both you can take in, take them out of their teams and will not ruin the team. You can take Wolverine out of X-Men and you still have a decent X-Men, and you can take out Spider-Man from the symbiote
Well, he's
Spider-Verse.
gone anyways.
Yeah, and he also get a good team. So imagine if the combination for a next Fantastic Four variant would be Wolverine, Spider-Man, She-Hulk, and I don't know, Ghost Rider or Medusa or Crystal or someone that went there already and play it. So I'm hoping that with this new patch, all related to Fantastic Four, they also tweak. I don't want to fully renew the kit. No, I just want to. They do the same last job that they did with X-23 and Wolverine. Like, oh, and if Wolverine is on the Fantastic Four or with She-Hulk, he gets 1% more damage. But just put something there, just a little phrase, so we can
I'm
use
not
it.
gonna lie. I'm looking at this stuff. I'm looking at the date that we have right now. I'm thinking of my frustrations. I just mentioned that maybe it's not this patch after all, and it got delayed.
Hmm.
I'm thinking about the characters that we have in the game and where their homes are. All right, I've got an idea. I think I might have an idea of what's going on here.
Shoot,
If this is right,
shoot.
they just managed to come up with the greatest idea and sell it as the worst idea, which is very Fox Next Scopely, where they come up with something amazing
Hmm.
and in attempts to kind of make it cool, they end up making everyone hate the idea to the point where people are rioting in the streets. Coming up soon is Halloween.
Uh,
We are
yeah.
probably going to get some more
Okay.
supernatural characters.
Okay. I see
We
where you're going. Go. Go.
we
I
already
like this. Go.
if they give a character that can take Ghost Rider spot on Supernatural, which is
Let's say, for example,
sure
Blade.
Morbius, Blade, don't care. Someone cool. We got Halloween theme
Yeah.
picked out. We already have She-Hulk.
Hmm.
I was asking for Hulk synergy.
Yeah.
Hulk doesn't has the Wave 1 Avengers, but I've already said they're probably making teams for each of the Wave 1 Avengers to be separate. And then you use the Wave 1 Avengers if you
Yeah.
don't have those teams built up. Hulk,
Hmm.
okay, you can use Hulk, and you got She-Hulk here. Spider-Man is officially homeless. There you go. Spider-Man, Wolverine is not homeless, but he's replaceable. Plus, we already know
Yeah.
of two other X-Men at the minimum that are coming to the game that they have basically announced with Rogue and Gambit. Who knows? Wolverine could be 100% homeless. Maybe the reason why She-Hulk is a war defense character for Fantastic Four isn't because it's actually meant to work with the current iteration of Fantastic Four. Maybe they're bringing us a new Fantastic Four just out of coincidence. The one we most wanted was Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk, Ghost Rider, and She-Hulk will be the fifth to that Fantastic Four. That Fantastic Four as a war defense, and then we can still keep our current Fantastic Four with Namor, and they're still going to have value as a war offense.
That would work perfectly.
It would be
That would be
beautiful.
like amazing. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. That would be fantastic. And then we don't have to take out Namor, because the last thing that I was thinking of also was, if you took off Namor, you create a huge problem, because you have already Namor, there's Doctor Doom coming, they have to release. Oh, we have Mr. Fantastic also. If Tony Stark, and if we got Xavier, you can use Black Panther as well instead of Xavier. We have the
Yes.
Illuminati, and the Illuminati, each one has a Power Stone.
Yeah.
So imagine how crazy it would be if by making this up, you know what's the best counter for Black Order is going to be? Illuminati. Illuminati is going to be Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, Namor, Flanker, Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, and Tony Stark. each one with a power stone, and that's
All
it.
right. I guess the thing is, they have a couple of things they can do to salvage this. And I
Yeah,
think my personal vote is if they just make a second Fantastic Four team with She-Hulk as the war defense, because then you get She-Hulk and Hulk together. That's great, and then you can add more to the Supernatural team,
yeah,
which I already love as it is. But sure, add more Supernatural characters. No one's going to complain about this. The ability
no,
to use Ghost Rider somewhere else, that's great, and get these
hmm
now. Admittedly, this seems a very offensive team if you're talking Ghost Rider, Hulk, Spider Man, Wolverine, and She Hulk. But maybe they can do some tweaks with that that wouldn't be having to remake a Fantastic Four team that's already in the game and make a bunch of characters kind of useless. But I guess the only time we're going to know is come like November if this is right. So
yeah.
I
But it's not that
it's not
far.
that
It's
far,
not that
but I
far.
guess
January was yesterday when you think about it.
especially this
It's
year.
like,
I guess
yeah,
this episode, this conversation here, has been a very loopy conversation for me, like in a weird way. I started off kind of mellow, got myself frustrated thinking about everything, and then now
and
I'm
there you're
like,
back again.
okay, maybe I'm optimistic. But if this was their plan, they sold their. If this theory is right, and this was actually their plan, because they could 100% see something like this and be like, hey, why don't we do that?
That's a great
They
idea. Yeah, that's a fucking
Let's
great
make it.
idea. Why? Hire these guys. Hire these
I'll
guys,
take the
please.
hire. Yeah,
Someone
I could
hire
use the
these two.
cash, but I'd also just be
Yeah,
happy if
sure.
they did something like this. But assuming if this is correct, and this was their plan all along, which we have no idea to know for sure, they have
Yeah,
diamonds for us, and they're like, "Hey guys, guess what we have for you? Have this bag of burning poop."
yeah,
And they just
yeah,
sold us diamonds as if it was something crap.
yeah. But we're gonna
We'll
see
see it.
this. At least I'm hoping that we're gonna see this next Friday on this next patch, on the next blog post, and we're gonna discuss this on the
Yes,
next
we will.
conversation,
I
on the
think
next
we've
talk.
definitely covered everything.
Thanks again for the inviting. Thanks again for inviting me, Paul. This is like I really like this Paul because I'm Paulo. Paulo again for me. Paulo is always Portuguese. So Paul is Toronto. Is Canadian. Yeah, my wife is constantly nagging me here. So uh, thank you, Paulo, for the talk, for the opportunity, and we're gonna see each other again next
Yep, and
Saturday.
I'll send you a message discussing some DC stuff in just a second here.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna do the DC talk
Oh gosh, now we're
eventually.
saying DC talk. Now I'm thinking of
Eventually.
other. Now I've got songs stuck in my head. So much going on. But anyways, guys, if you're here on my channel and you haven't hit that subscribe button, you should. But then you should also go
Yeah,
to Player One Games and hit that subscribe button
exactly.
over there. Of course, there's a link down in the description. Check that out. Subscribe buttons are free, and
Yeah,
that's my favorite type of price for anything.
yeah. And you guys, the hero on Player One Games, go straight for Paulo P13. Go there, watch his video about the Blitz, and follow his lead on the Blitz, not mine, because this guy is doing 14 million. I'm doing 8. So go with the pro. Go with the pro.
And I think that wraps it up. So I guess we'll see you
And that's
guys
it.
next week.